Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Group Chat. I'm your co-host, Dano Cusimano.
I'm Jordan Staff.
I just figured two people in the same house would go
Wait,
right next to each other.
that.
I'm QT.
And today we are recapping episode 5 of The Amazing Race European version. Isn't that what it's called? European Expedition version, whatever?
Yeah, isn't it weird that it's called like European Adventure and not called like Amazing Race Big Brother or something?
Yeah,
Like, I don't know. I feel like, yeah,
It's
weird.
Even then, since it's not all Big Brother people, it should just be... I don't even know. It should just be Amazing Race Season 39, like, and call it a day.
Yeah, and
Or
not to
38.
immediately derail as like the Amazing Race newbie, but I'm curious, like, out of you guys, like, what's your favorite location that they've gone to? Because I don't even know where they've all gone.
I love when they go to,
This
like,
season or just
No, just in general, out of the seasons, like favorite place in the world.
I love like a Japan. I love Bali or Indonesia.
Oh, yeah.
I think on India.
I love like a Bangkok or like a
Yeah.
I don't know, somewhere where there's a lot going on in India or like yeah.
South America. They usually do like a lot of beach stuff. Like I love when like we can get in the. I love when
It
we
gets
can,
to a
like,
point. It gets to a
It gets
point.
to a point where it's
It's the
disrespectful.
coaster sticking.
Well, fix that. No, but I love when they get to do like water things or they're building things on the beach or like, I like that. And I feel like Europe, it's just, they're constricted of what they can do. So I'm kind of like, I love Europe, but I'm kind of like, we've seen it all before.
Yeah, I like the travel in Europe because I like the train thing and the driving and like all of that. But yeah, there's some things that you just miss from having a normal season where you can have like a little bit of all. I also really like when they have to take a plane ride somewhere and it like equalizes everything, which we did see in this leg. But
Well, I'm glad you brought it up. First thing I wanted to say, love a plane equalizer. And they had to do it because, again, Eric and Tucker finished so far ahead of everybody last time. If they didn't have an equalizer, it'd be like, so what the fuck we gonna do?
Yeah.
They were heading to Croatia, Dubrovnik. I've been there. I love Old Town Dubrovnik. I've been to the Booza bar. I have all the photos. I have where the fishing thing happened. I felt so cool. I was like, wow, I'm a star, even though it's really not that deep. But I was like, oh, mom and dad, I've been there. Look at this photo. Yeah, and maybe they'll go to Booza bar. And then they said, go to Booza bar. I said, bitch, I jumped off a cliff on Booza bar. Next.
oh my gosh, you're ready for the Amazing Race.
Baby, yeah, and I know the men there fairly well, so I would have been fine. I would have hit up my contact. I said, hey, I need some help. And he would have taken me around the town, trust and believe. So we start off with the plane equalizer. We love to see it. I thought it was really smart. Eric and Tucker took that map when they got into the little taxi where they're like, can we keep this? And they were like, yeah. I was like, why isn't everybody doing this?
Yeah.
They kind of
I know. And apparently it had like the landmarks on it, so it's like perfect for the race.
Yeah, honestly, really ate up. But I like seeing that. Again, we don't want to see everybody all spread out. We like to see it together. Was I happy with what happened at this episode? No, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later on. We head into the first challenge where it's like, what are you going to do? So it's the fishing haul where you have to take the big fishing net. You have to go like half a mile, bring back some scum. What's the word?
Chum.
Bring back some chum and call it a day.
Chum.
Or you can do the skin them all challenge where you literally have to skin this fish perfectly, whatever.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
I'm probably doing the skin the fish because I'm like pretty good with cooking and like preparing meats and stuff, so I feel like I would do good. And the other one just seemed too physical, especially all the physical guys that are doing it, and even they were struggling. Not that you would know that going into it, but I still think I would lean more towards like being stationary and doing
100% same. I grew up a country boy. That's one thing about me. I may have never cleaned the deer. I may have never skinned the fish. I may have never even held the fishing rod because, I love animals.
So what have you done?
But I was on that motherfucking boat when they were skinning that fish. And let me tell you one other thing. When I'm cooking salmon, I get my fingers under that skin before I cook, and I get that shit off. So you know what? On The Amazing Race, if there's one thing I'm going to be able to do, it's this.
Go off, King.
All right with that fuck ass monologue. No, bitch, I'm doing. You know what I'm doing? I'm doing the fishing haul because I know I can get it done, and it's like I don't know how my partner's gonna do. What happens if they're not Mr. Four-Fingered Larry over here who can just really just start to clean that shit off? And it's like nice, like hell no. Pick up that shit and put your boots on. Let's go. Because that's how I look at it. Where
Yeah,
I'm like,
I guess.
I can get the challenge done. It's just getting directions and doing it. But also, you're right. It depends on who your partner is. If your partner is really good at slicing and dicing things, and you're okay at slicing and dicing things, great. If not,
Yeah.
I don't want to have to do it all over again. But we end up seeing Jag and Jazz, they pick it. Joseph and Adam pick it. Tucker and Eric pick the fishing hall, and they all get it done really fast. Like, again, they're the all guy teams. They're physical.
Huge guys, yeah.
What are you gonna do? You know, if you're Rubina and Christine, you know, what are you gonna do?
You got it. No, it's true. I think that's the thing too. That's what's so hard with the Amazing Race, and I think we'll talk about it more as we continue on and with the different challenges and stuff. But there's a few things that are like so physical that the two boy teams, the two men teams, are always going to be able to do some of the stuff much better than a two girl team, or even like like Chelsea and her dad. Like maybe her dad would have been able to do that good being a firefighter, but with Chelsea, like it's not equal footing based on the fact that you can have two strong guys on a team competing against two little girls. So yeah, that's hard. But I appreciate that you had the choice of if you wanted to do that big haul thing or this. I think if you do the haul thing, it's more straightforward. So if you have the muscles to do it, then you're able to do it quicker without like having to go back and redo stuff. And the fish thing is just, it was so like attention to detail. And it seemed like it was like hurting them. Like they were saying that the fish was biting them, like the teeth were still in there. We saw even with like Hannah and Simone, like Hannah did it really well, but Simone not as well. So to your point, Danielle, it's hard because if you like, I know that I would be able to do the fish good, but who knows, whoever my partner is might not be able to. And then it's frustrating because you can't even do it for them. Like they have to do it themselves.
I would love to be the like game masters on it to see like how long, because I feel like half a mile carrying that isn't that much. Like if you're splitting it up between two guys, I feel like maybe a mile there, a mile back. Like if these physical challenges are really straightforward, you have to make it more difficult, because the fishing one, it's going to take time. Like there's no easy way to go about this. This isn't one of those challenges where it's like, oh, I kind of know what I'm doing and I'm actually really good at it, so I can get it done, boom, boom, boom. It's like, no, you have to cut it a certain way, make sure the skin's off, make sure precise cuts, whatever. So that was clean. I felt like it was too easy, because it's like, I would run half a mile there, half a mile back. Okay. I'm just, again, seeing it, Tucker and Eric were smashing directions. Like, they were the first ones to get to the fishing net. Like, they're just really on it with directions. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if Eric was, like, in the Marines. I mean, he'd be looking like it. It'd be making me feel some type of way. I don't really know.
Yeah. And Eric, I think that's so much of the Amazing Race being able to do good in it is the being able to do directions well, because if you get to a place earlier than all other teams, even if you're not as good at the task, if you're there much earlier because you were able to get there quickly, you'll be able to do better than some other teams. So I think that's the detriment to a lot of teams, is that they're not good with the directions. But yeah, Tucker and his brother have it both. They're good with the actual tasks and they're good with getting there. So it's like the best of both worlds.
Yeah, and then we see in the challenge, we're seeing Eric literally carrying the whole entire thing, which sent me as well. Like, he had it on his back. And then we see the same thing with Joseph. Given I'm so happy Joseph was carrying it because he looked so good doing it. So, like, I was like, yeah, you carry it all. Like, over the shoulder, it was just being like, I should text him. You know what I mean? Like, how he flung that over his shoulder really just, like, got me feeling some type of way. Which we love. But then we see the rest of the teams are doing skin it all. Izzy had this really funny line where she was like, monkfish looks like an evolution problem. And I'm like, I need to start using that when I see ugly men. I need to be like, so-and-so looks like an evolution problem. I feel like that is like a read. Like, that is like a read.
Wait,
down.
That's going to be my new clap back. When someone says something mean to me, I'm going to be like, you're looking like an evolution problem. It looks
like an evolution problem to me, babe. When my best friend sends me another ugly ass man holding up a fish, looks like an evolution problem.
Looks like an evolution problem. Looks like an evolution problem.
That has sent me as well. Taylor also was like, I'm supposed to be in a string bikini on a yacht, not this. And I was like,
and I couldn't agree more.
And guess what? Croatia is known for Yacht Week. That's like actually a gag. Like, it's a famous ass Yacht Week. I'm like, and she knows where she stands. And honestly,
yeah.
Heads. Like, she's like, bitch, I don't deserve to be here. Hell no. I love it. Can we talk about Natalie processing directions better in Spanish than in English? I thought this was so interesting to me, and I wanted to get your guys' take on that, because, like, maybe I can barely understand it in English, let alone another language. Hell no. Hell no.
I'm a one language baddie. I only know English really, so I'm on Duolingo trying to learn Italian for the last.
Duolingo.
I'm at. Let me see what my streak is. I think I'm at like 455 days. You guys, like I'm doing
For what
really good.
word? For what language?
For Italian.
Already
Thank
sing,
you. I'm gonna.
sing to me, Paolo.
Ciao. Mi chiamo Corey. Mi piace ballare e mangiare pasta. I don't really know what else. Like, I can't think of what to say right now. 446 days, guys.
Wow.
You
Feeling the
you
game.
got me feeling some type of way. It is.
See, I took 4 years of Spanish and Spanish, and I grew up in like a town that like a lot of people spoke Spanish. And whenever I was there at my first job, I was actually the designated person. Like if a Spanish-speaking person came in, I had to speak it. Granted, now I moved to fucking Austin, Texas, so. I mean, if you're from Austin, you can put two and two together and be like, there's not a lot of Spanish going. So unfortunately, I have lost it. But I will say, and I wasn't even fluent, but what I will say is like, even though like I could string together like really good sentences in Spanish and I could speak in Spanish, I still had to think about it. Like I had to really like process that. And even for someone that's like a really like bilingual person, I feel like it's still like your native language. Can I help you? I feel like
This shade being thrown over there is insane.
I've known Jordan for years, and he's never told me that he was the designated Spanish guy at his fuck ass job in Victoria.
well, I'm sorry that my friends don't get to know
Like,
it.
when does that come up? You know?
I don't ever like I don't know I just think he's a liar.
My dad is fluent in Spanish. I grew up hearing him speak in Spanish all the
You've
time.
never said that to me ever.
Swear to God.
You think you know somebody and then they pull out some trick ass shit like this? No.
No, literally. Imagine being in a stranger's home. Like, how do you feel, Dan?
I don't imagine sleeping on a stranger's house, like on the couch, like that. At this point, like, who are you get all these years? I've never known this.
That's
Your dad
insane.
speaks fluent fucking Spanish.
Yeah.
He's a liar.
I
Next
swear
question.
to God.
Okay, well, we need to ask your dad how he feels about numbers in Spanish versus in English, because that's what Natalie was saying, that she processes steps and numbers better in Spanish. And I honestly love this. I thought it was so, like, this is when it's good that you have a family member with you, a sister at that knows you well, so that right away she can just go into Spanish and, like, understands you. But yeah, I liked it. I liked that they spoke in Spanish together.
I do love their dynamic. Their dynamic's really cute.
Me too.
But then we're gonna talk about Rubina's finger getting sliced off.
Oh my God, that looked way worse than it was, but that looked
That was
crazy.
insane.
Babe,
And she was
at
like,
that
I'm okay, just keep going.
At that point, I'm like, medevac me out. Not really, but I'd be like, I'm good. Me, I'm like, are we gonna get points off because the fish is bloody? Like, are we eating it like?
Better not.
Like, I'm nervous, but she was fine. She's a
That must
warrior.
be so. It must be so annoying when things like that happen. Like even last week with Jordan and Adam. Adam, that's his brother's name, right?
Jordan?
I'm gonna refrain.
Joseph.
Not Jordan. I'm just gonna stop saying everyone's names. How about that? How about that? When the brothers last week, their lock popped. Like when stuff happens that's out of your control,
Right.
and you have to wait for like a medic to come or someone to come fix the thing. Like that must be so annoying because it's like this is time being taken away. Like, can we get everyone to stop for a second? My finger fell off, so I need everyone to pause on their challenge.
But you know what? Now I'm thinking of it long term of like, oh my God, I hope she's okay to do other challenges. Like, even though I don't know how bad the cut was, but like, I'm just thinking of like, oh shit, like you're using your hands a lot in the race. Like, what happens if it's just it's another thing? And I'm like, you don't want to see that shit. You want to see those handicaps.
Welcome back, Christmas Abbott.
Oh,
Not the boot.
Not actually.
Not the boot.
I'm not putting that on Rubina.
not the mood. So we see everybody kind of finish this challenge at different paces. Let's talk about the big fucking meat and grits of this. Tucker and Eric.
He said.
He said.
Yeah. I said what? What's
Tucker
that?
and Eric not putting up Jazz and Jag. I want to see you bitches burn at the stake, and let me tell you why. It's my dissertation to get my doctorate. Here's the thing. Number one, they have a express pass, whatever the fuck it is, right? Number two, they are like one of the most physical teams who won pretty much 3 legs back to back to back. Why are we not forcing them to use their express pass or putting them in a lesser lead? They still might not use it, but they might end the day at 7 or 6. Why aren't we letting that happen? Why aren't we letting that cook? Number 3, Tucker. I don't know if you don't know this, but your girl, she's in the back. She in the pit. She in the back. She ain't in the pit. She in the back. Okay.
We finna be in the pit.
We've been. Guess what? She ain't in the pit, baby. She ain't in the pit. She's fighting. She's fighting in the mobs, whatever.
She's in the trenches. How about that?
Baby, the trenches don't have nothing on Rubina. Like, what are we doing here? So tell me why. If I'm Tucker, I'd be like, I'm gonna put up Jazz and Jag because number one, I want them to use the Express Pass. Number two, they're a really good competitor, and maybe we can have something going. But number three, it is one less chance of my girl, my ally, to get put up on that U-turn board and get sent home when I know she's one of the weaker teams. Where was
That was like such a missed opportunity. Insane. Like you got there so early. You could have done anything, even if it's not Jag and Jazz, which it should have been Jag and Jazz, even if it's not, like you have the opportunity to start shaping this game and picking who's going to continue to be in the lead with you. And wouldn't you want other people to come up that aren't as good as Jag and Jazz so that you can continue to win these legs? Like it was so dumb, especially, yeah, to your point, they have people that they want to protect that are lower than them. Like it just, I don't understand the thing of like we have too much blood on our hands already because you've won a few legs. Like Jag and Jazz have won more than you.
But it's not even that, QG. It's the target isn't going away. Like you guys are a top contender team. They looked at you from day one and they said Tucker and Eric are a huge threat. That does not go away. Nobody is going to sleep tomorrow night being like, well, they didn't put anybody else. We're not going to target them. No.
And if anything, this could get people on your side. If you do, people are also, Tucker's a threat, and so is Jag and Jazz. So if Tucker and his brother would have put Jag and Jazz up there, people would have been thanking Tucker and his brother, like, oh my gosh, we love you guys. Finally, someone got Jag and Jazz down a little bit.
Flush it out. Yeah. Flush it out. I'm begging you. So we have that bullshit going on, and that's a whole nother thing. Then all of the Trainwreck Alliance being second, third, and fourth, despicable. Do I love them? Honestly, like, I don't have beef with them at all. I just love other people more. I was like, I hated hearing Mom pick me up. Like, we have an equalizer. Like, please, like, whatever. Let's go into the U-turns, because now somebody decides to play. Jag and Jazz U-turning Izzy and Paige. Let me say this. Do I necessarily blame them? Honestly, no. Does Izzy and Paige hate them? 100%. Like, really, like, 100%. Like, I'm really not shocked. Did they necessarily really have to make that move? No, because I just think it pissed them off even more, and I don't think they were going anywhere. I would have U-turned Izzy and Paige. I would have never done it, period. But if I was in their shoes, I would have done it at the next U-turn board, because there's a lot of weaker teams behind us. I know they're one of the stronger teams that they're up in the front. I don't want to... It's almost like the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know. Even though they kind of already, like, you already knew they didn't like you, now they really fucking hate you. And now they're really coming for blood. What did you guys think about that move? I don't think it was... it was almost, like, unnecessary to me. It was kind of like, what was it for if it's not going to do anything good? That's kind of how
I know, but I felt like as much as I love Izzy and Paige to death, did not want them to be in this position. I understand why Jag and Jazz do it. Instead of... Because you know Izzy and Paige are going to be mad at you no matter what. They don't like you. Yeah. Instead of making someone else mad at you, just keep Izzy and Paige mad at you. Maybe now they're even a little bit more upset with you guys. But at least you're not creating a new enemy, because, like, who else would they have done, you know?
You can't do Kylan and Taylor because they gave them the Express Pass. Like, originally I was like, why not do Kylan and Taylor? But you gave them the Express Pass. But this is where it goes. I don't think the move was bad. I think the timing was bad. I think the timing was a little like, they're not going to go.
Honestly, in my opinion, if anything, Jag and Jazz should have been the one to avoid the U-turn board and let someone else do it.
Yeah, I agree. Jordan, what would you have done?
No, I agree. But then maybe they would have been concerned about getting... Well, no, I guess they couldn't have at that point. What are my thoughts? I mean, yeah, I understand why they did it, but also it's just like... What was the impact going to be?
It was taking a shot too early. That's what I think. I just think it was kind of like, Jag and Jazz, you didn't get your turn. You're in second place. Like, you're fine. Like, because I think, am I stupid, QT? Aren't you only allowed a U-turn, like, once? Like, as a team? Like, am I stupid?
Are you? Or isn't it just, like, if you get to the board first?
Not you saying, are you?
Sorry, no. I wasn't saying, are you stupid? I was saying, are you allowed to? My dog's coming to my defense. Thank you, Dream. Okay, please stop.
No, all of you
No,
retarded.
I was saying, are you allowed to U-turn more than once? Okay.
I don't know. I'm so out of it because Gucci just called me a dumb bitch. So I really just like so.
I would never. No,
No.
that's a good question. I'm not like I'm not like a historian by any means, so I don't know for sure what the rules are. But I would think that it's just like as long as you get there. Oh, someone.
T Dream. Dream said, "Mom, I'm gonna keep you quiet before you say something else bad about Daniel. I'm over it." All right. So I am an idiot. Okay. And then we go on. Joseph and Eric decide to U-turn Christine and Rubina. Here's the thing. Honestly, eat that the fuck up. Because, and the reason I say that is they were looking out for Hannah and they were looking out for Simone. And I'm like, you know what? You're not even blood related, and that's tens. Like, y'all weren't even on the same season, tens. Like, I appreciate it. I was like, you know what? Okay. Like,
I appreciate it. And I liked what they said about also liking Izzy and Paige and wanting to give them like kind of like a leg up because they knew that they would probably be a better team than Rubina and Christine.
But also, dare I say, why aren't you putting that on your ex?
Ooh, Kylan. But then I feel like Taylor and Kylan maybe because Kylan's a man and would be able to do that challenge and hold the thing a little bit better, it would be putting Izzy and Paige at a disadvantage.
I do agree. I just look at it where I'm like, I would just be like, I don't have beef with you. I just need you to flush that express pass. Like, that's it.
I know.
And that's what I would say to them. I'd be like, listen, like, you guys have an advantage over us, period. I don't want you to have that express pass when we're at Final Five. Like, love you to death, Diva, but like, I need you to get rid of it. Like, that's just, it is what it is. And also, we're broken up. So, like, I'm pissed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. And you decided to bring your man in front of my salad. Hell no. I would have done that, but it was crazy. We heard. I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but we see Kylan and Taylor be like, "Damn, both of the men going for both of the women teams." And honestly, yeah, that was a little fucking. I mean, I don't blame Jag and Jazz. I really don't. Like, girl, we know y'all don't like each other. Like, there's nothing there. And
but optically, it does look bad that two all-men teams.
But I get Joseph and Eric being like, we're trying to look out for Simone and Hannah because we feel like they're going to need extra time, and they did.
And they did.
Yeah, I said it. Tucker should have done it to save Rubina. If I was Rubina, I would be like this. Tucker, you ain't getting.
And maybe that's why we break up.
You're not getting head for you. You ain't getting nothing for a year. You getting the couch for a year. You getting celibacy for a year. If I lose out this 1 million, you're dead to me.
I'm dead.
And so we see Hannah and Simone wanting to switch detours, and I was like, boyfriend, I'm nervous. But then they were like, oh, we can't find it. We're going back. I don't know why they ever wanted to leave. I'll be honest.
They should have never left. At that point, you're too far gone, and there's only one team left here with you. You gotta just stick this one out. There's no way you should be leaving.
I was on a different page. I was still hung up.
Are QC calling me stupid?
No, are you saying Joseph and Eric? I was like, is Joseph's brother Eric?
Wait, did I call him Joseph and Eric?
It's written down, Joseph and Eric, and I was like, am I going crazy? I like went on Instagram and had a whole...
Oh my gosh, is that what you were doing just now, looking up Joseph's brother's name?
Adam.
Sorry to my hotcakes. I'm so sorry. Yeah, they should have never switched. Once you're in too deep, it's like, baby, when there was nobody else there, it's like, there's no, because you know all the male teams did the other detour. I'd be like, we're sticking. Yeah. We're sticking to the cut.
Yeah. It was really funny, though. As they're trying to get directions from someone, Simone sees that Chelsea and her dad, which were the last ones left, had just left. And she tells Hannah that, and Hannah just like throws the phone to whoever was helping them. And she's like, should we go back? And just gives them the phone and they run back. They don't even like say anything else. That was hilarious.
Love her so much. She's so killer. Then we're heading into challenge 2, and so that's like the building the race cars. The first thing is like the first 5-6 people who wanted to do this were all Big Brother people. So it literally was Tucker, Jazz, Joseph, Natalie, Kylan, Chelsea. Everybody, the first 6 that went there were all Big Brother people, which I thought was funny. And then the last 3 was Simone, Paige, and Christine. At this point, it's like, I don't even think it's like, can you build shit? Like, just follow the model. Like, it's really like, you have to figure out the screw sizes, of course, whatever. But I think this challenge was so, like, lenient on, like, the men, like, 100%. Like, and I hated to see that. Like, I don't know what else they could have done, but it's like, when you're seeing all the men whip it out the first, second, third try, but you're seeing the women having to take multiple tries.
It's also because, like, men are probably naturally going to be heavier, so when you're
Of
on that
course.
cart, it's going to build way more momentum.
Of course, 100%.
Yeah.
My fat ass would have flown, like 100%. Like, this dump truck, it would have flown down there, and I wouldn't even have had to steer. Like, you know, jet
Not
ski.
this dump truck.
Not the Dubby. Oh, Jag hand screwing everything. I was like, I hope you go home. I don't know in what world, I don't know whatever season you've watched Amazing Race where you're like, hand screwing's gonna work. And also, like, my ass is gonna, like, go down the gravel, the cobblestone streets, and it's gonna stay together. Bitch, have you ever hand screwed something in with IKEA? No. And you want to do that on the Amazing Race? Immediately.
Where you actually have to, like, use the thing and sit on it, and, like, that's crazy. That team, Jag and his brother, frustrate me beyond compare.
I'm just like, y'all are so smart and, like, good at these comps, and we're hand screwing. But if I
think that comes from, like, almost like a cockiness, or like this thing of like, oh, I can do this faster, I can do it in my own way, and it's like, no, just stick to what you're supposed to do.
If I was Jazz and I found this out, I would have taken the scooter and, like, beat him up overside the head of it. I'd be like, and he's picking up the loose screws going upwards. I'm like, if we lose,
trying to find what he lost, he's like, all right, I think that's that. Putting in his pocket, like, this is too much. This is wasting our time now.
I could never do this show with a significant other. I think I'd kill them. Like, if it was some stupid, like, first grade shit like that, I'd be like, I'm going home. Netta, you're going home. No. You're going. But it's me to my boyfriend. Netta, you're going home. It's done here. Simone asking for help. I lived. Like, she's in, like, the bottom 3, and she's over here like, hey, divas.
Oh, my heart. I was like, Simone, no, you can't. You can't at this point. You cannot ask for help. That was crazy.
What? I lived. And even then, it was honestly, going back, the social awareness, you know, Rubina and Christina had with, like, Izzy and Paige, where they were like, where did you go? And then they were like, we can't. And Rubina was like, Diva, I'm not even going to ask. Like, we'll see you later. We'll see you at the mat. I'm like, you know what, Rubina? Tense.
That was honestly good. Because, it's like, we can't ask at this point. It's me against you. We're the true U-turn team. And also, when Izzy found out that she was U-turned, that was the best reaction I've ever seen to a U-turn in my life.
I'm so sorry I didn't bring this up. I must have skipped it in my notes because she ate. Where is it in the notes? Oh no, it is in the notes. I'm getting to it. Okay. I'm just an idiot. Izzy says, what losers you threaten, little boys. Paige says, Jag and Jazz, I want you to know I never followed you on Instagram. Hit it where it hurts.
Yeah.
She said,
that was so good. Yes.
He said, Jag, I never have been on your TikTok lives and I'm never going to be. And I'm like,
I've never gifted you a rose.
I've never gifted you a rose or a like. And honestly, hit him where it hurts. I love Izzy. I love Paige so much. I want them to adopt me. Same with Hannah and Simone. I just want all these bitches to adopt me. I need to be into these families. I love them so much. It's a problem. What we need to talk about is Hannah Chata wearing this fuck-ass poncho for another episode. This Dollar Tree poncho that she puts on sends me into oblivion each time. I don't know why. Like, I see Hannah Chata there, it starts drizzling, and then next thing I blink and she has that poncho on, and I'm like, tens for Hannah Chata.
Honestly, iconic. She's not trying to get wet, and like it's probably good aerodynamically for running.
Actually, it wouldn't be because the air would be hitting your hood. But QT, it's all good, Diva. We love you. We love you.
No, maybe I'm saying for the next, when it's not raining anymore and then you take it off, you're not wet. So you're not like as heavy.
Yeah.
Real. I'm on the same page.
Come on.
I will literally defend that team to the day that I die.
No, honestly, they can't do any wrong in my eyes. Like, I think they ate up the fish challenge the first time. I think they were fucked that they didn't get past 3. Like, even though they were good on it. Whatever. We need to talk. Eric listening to Kylan talk was iconic. Like, him just over that perch. I was like, he's a strategist.
That was insane.
And then telling.
But no. because then immediately telling Jazz, "Oh, this is what I heard. They think we're like, hello, you, if anything, use that and get back good on Kyland and then them side and be like, yeah, I think those people do have some kind of alliance because you're actually not a part of it, so you don't have to be scared that they think that. Just set the record straight."
You know what? I would go to them and I'd be like, I heard what you said. Like, I hope that wasn't at us and it was at Jag and Jazz. Pin the target, swift it to them. Be like, yeah, I heard what you said or whatever. And I was like, we wanted to do Jag and Jazz. Get them on your side. Be like, hey, if you're going to target 2 males, you can only target 1. Target them. They have the express pass that we gave them.
Yeah, and honestly, it goes back to the fact that if they would have just put Jag and Jazz for the U-turn, it would never be a thing in people's mind thinking that Jazz and Jag and Tucker and Eric are in any kind of alliance.
Perception's reality, and even though there wasn't like this specific gentleman's agreement, it's like that's what it looks like because why aren't you targeting each other? That's the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of gets through this challenge. We obviously see some people struggling. Chelsea, she was driving the struggle bus, and I felt for her. Like you're so tired and you're exhausted. Like I don't even know how. If you're not finishing it within the first like 30 minutes, like I don't know how you get the strength to go further unless you were like bumping into stuff and blah blah blah. But like I just felt bad where I was like.
But at some point, you're just gonna get slower because like you don't have the momentum to keep pushing. Correct. So and for her, she kept ending at 38 seconds, like 2 seconds off. Like that's insane to me. It's so hard.
I
liked how Natalie went down, which first of all, Natalie had a horrible time putting the thing together. She just was really bad at it. But when she finally did put it together and was going down the hill, I liked that she like sat on her knees and put her momentum forward. I think that's what more people needed to do because then you can get the momentum to keep going.
Granted, if they would have crashed, that would have been a crazy crash, just head first.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. But listen, you gotta do an amazing race.
They weren't going that fast. They would have been fine. I would have been like, let me just fall off the thing before I hit the wall, you know?
Yeah.
We see that, and then we get down to the final 2 teams. We see Hannah and Simone, and we see Kristen and Rubina.
Rubina and Christine.
Guys, I'm so
Wait, no, you got it wrong?
Yeah, he said Kristen.
I blame it. And you know what? QT called me dumb earlier, so I'm going to blame this on her. I'm blaming it on QT because I had it correct the first episode, but QT had it wrong, so now I'm self-conscious.
And that's the problem that I have with men is that they're always blaming their issues on women.
Yeah, let's wake that up.
You know what? We need to put that to bed. Anyways, no, wait that up. Sorry, Christine. Anyways, I'm just going to remember it. Christine, like Phantom of the Opera. Christine Daae. I'll remember it. I'll never get it wrong ever again. Anyways, we see it. And I just feel bad. I mean, Christine is just like fighting for her life and like she's crying and she's upset. And like they're just exhausted. I don't blame them. Tucker, this is all your fault because they're stressed out. Like, I'm fully blaming you. And then we see she finishes it. Oh, wait, actually, I want to bring something up. I don't think Natalie finished in the 36 seconds. I also low-key don't think Christine finished in the 36 seconds either. When you look at the timer, I don't even think Paige finished in the it was, I'd like to see a photo finish because it was looking nicey.
Was it just like you had to get your feet over the line? Because for some people, like Christine and Natalie, I think, I don't remember seeing Paige's, but they just had their feet over their line. Their butts were still back, but their feet were, and I was like, okay, maybe it just goes by that.
I almost think it was like if your board touches the tires. I think production knew. I think production was like, oh shit, this is really hard. And they're like, okay. And whatever.
Yeah. I also wondered that too. Like at some point, do you just like, say they got it, like slow down the clock a little bit,
or just like start the timer like when they're already like 5 seconds down it, and you're like, all right. And then we see Christine gets it, and it was just Hannah Chada. I mean, we've said it before, salt of the earth. Her being like, good job, guys. It's been an honor. Like, so classy. So I can't say anything but just highest praises for them. Seeing that whole interaction at the end, how Hannah supports Simone, like she's down there, she's rooting for her, she's cheering her on, like you wouldn't know. She's like, no, don't cry, like I loved, like this is such, like literally made me emotional, like literally brought tears to my eyes. Like that relationship, that sisterhood, I thought was so beautiful. I think it was one of the most touching moments on the show for me.
I agree. They're so sweet. This was literally me. I took a picture of myself sobbing.
Yeah.
I look insane, but I was sobbing at the end of that episode because it was such like an inspiring, and like Hannah made sure to not make it sad for Simone.
Yeah.
Because usually it's just like you're just down and out and like this is over, but she was like, this is so much fun. Like I've gotten to know so much more about Simone, and making her feel good about going back and doing it. And like she was literally, you could see the veins popping out of her neck as she was yelling for Simone. She was like, keep going, keep going. It was such a special moment, and I feel so bad that their game is over because I think they've been doing really good, honestly. Like they've been at the top of the pack, and it was just because honestly this is the downside of the equalizer. They got equalized with everyone, and then on the challenge that they weren't able to do very well, it put them at the back of the pack, so that was really sad. But
and then I mean, let's go with the finishes, right? So like Tucker and Eric finished first, then Kylan and Taylor, Jazz and Jag, Joseph and Adam, Natalie and Stephanie, Chelsea and Jack, Izzy, Paige, Rubina and Christine, Hannah and Simone. But let's look at it. Who were the top 4 finishers? It was all guys, or like the guys who did it. Like the guys were the ones who did the challenge in terms of Kylan and Taylor. So it's like, I like the idea and the concept is like there, but I look at it where I'm like, there should have been something different to like how this was executed, because like men are just like, again, you look at Tucker and Eric, you look at their muscles, you look at Kylan and his muscles, and Jag and Jazz, you know, might not be the most muscly guys, but like, you know, they still like, they're physical. Like these are like physical competitors. You look at Joseph and Adam, like these are people where they can push themselves down. They have the weight to help them go down there. I mean, damn, you have Christine literally weighs like 2 pounds soaking wet, like love no waist diva up in the gig, but it's like, damn, like what's going on? Like, and all these women are hot as hell and they're skinny as hell and they just be eating it up. Like, bitch, give them like 50 pounds of weight just to like have a chance. That's my story. Seeing the two girls out, Hannah and Simone, I refuse to believe it. I'm picturing them on my. We lost Kat and Alex, Hannah and Simone. If this game wants to fuck with me next week, I'm taking a hiatus. I can't lose another team that I can't lose Izzy and Paige. If I lose Izzy and Paige next week, I literally will be doing things.
I cannot lose Izzy and Paige. Or if I lose Izzy and Paige, Amazing Race loses me. Like I seriously, I won't be able to do it anymore. If
there's no episode next week, don't be asking questions.
Right. No, yeah, I agree. We've had a pretty bad boot list these past few weeks, but hopefully things start to turn around. I'm ready for someone to use an express pass, whether it's Jag and Jazz or Taylor and Kylan. Like I want one of them to be used and let's move on. But there honestly hasn't been any challenges that people have been at for like all night. I mean, other than like Megan and Tucker and the few episodes ago when they like didn't even get to finish something. But I want something where it's like we are there all night trying to figure this thing out.
But QT, we see it in the preview episode. It looks like Jazz and Jag's car is going off the cliff.
I'm excited. I'm excited about that.
They like get it stuck
they're
in
like
a mud and they're pushing it and it's going off a cliff and they're like, get in the car, get in the car. But baby, nobody's in that car.
And then he looked to me, he said, Mommy, are we going to take the plane? And I had to say, baby, there is no plane. That's literally that.
Girl, I don't think you
can
to a car.
Natalie's sister Steph is getting mad at Natalie because I guess Natalie, I think, was telling Joseph or someone that they'll wait for them. And she's like, we're in a race. We're not waiting for anyone. So, yeah, there seems to be some things happening next episode that I'm excited about.
Well, I'm excited to see it. And you'll see it all here next week on Reality Group Chat, which you can find everywhere. Speaking of finding things everywhere, QT, where can the people find you everywhere?
Ooh, you can find me everywhere at Quori-Tyler, Quorityler.
Jordan, where can they find you?
I don't know if I want to say. I'm feeling uncomfortable, but I will tell you today because I do feel like I can share this with you. It's at It's Jordan Staff everywhere today, forever and always.
Period.
And no one's going to ask Daniel where to find you, so guess what? You better speak up on your own.
You actually can't find Daniel.
Daniel, where can they find you? Oh my God, thanks for asking, everyone. You can find me everywhere, Daniel _Cusamano. Guys, that is QT said you won't be finding me, bitch.
Yeah. QT.
QT, where
We
are-
miss you, QT.
Right when
We're
we gotta end
looking
too.
for you, please, QT.
I just got played by my camera.
That's
Sorry.
fine. Oh, we'll make this quality's crazy, so we'll end it fast. Anyways, everybody, thank you for another episode of Reality Group Chat, episode 5 of The Amazing Race. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye, 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 bye,
Baby,
bye.
bye, 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 bye.
Daniel, enough.